per usual with what we do, another big week. As we head down to the last 4 conference games, everything gets magnified, and we know the importance of taking care of home court and taking care of our business Wednesday against a very good, tough Wyoming team. That's the challenge, and that's what we'll be ready for. I'm appreciative of the fact that we're home. We're going to need our crowd to do what they've done for us all season long and be there to be a part of what we're doing, and we will be ready to play. I don't have a definitive update on our injuries. I said yesterday that if I had to look into the hazy crystal ball, that I would say Jamal Franklin went from doubtful to maybe to could play. He's made steady progress, has done nothing other than yesterday he jogged and did some spot shooting, but he is making progress. Garrett Green is a little more problematic. He's in a boot still, and he's quite painful, so I would say he's doubtful. We're hopeful that we can have Jamal, but we'll see. It doesn't matter whether we have either. The game will be played, so we will be ready, and I know we will play hard, and if we make some baskets, we will be okay. Anything?
Coach, the players are talking about their meeting yesterday, and they came up with some stuff that they maybe approached you guys, the coaching staff with, and X kept saying they want to push the ball, they want to run more, maybe take quicker shots. How do you balance that versus you don't have a very long bench and you're playing a team that's going to make you play defense for 35 seconds on the other end?
Well, I'm going to qualify a little bit. Nobody came to the coaches, I don't think, to say what the meeting was about. And I've done it long enough to know that sometimes there's a time and a place and a reason to have a player meeting. If you have too many, they can serve no purpose. But I think this was a good one, and I'm not exactly sure whether Tim was the initiator or who. But what I said is I'm putting 10 minutes on the clock, and all you will do will be talk in circles if it goes longer than 10 minutes. So I said, I expect you to be on the court, ready to go in 10 minutes. And they came jogging out, ready to go. And we had a spirited, good practice. But we've had a lot of those. But I did sense a feeling like they felt good about themselves when they came out. And I think as much as anything, that's important. With reference to pushing the ball, you have to push the ball, home or away. All of us run a little better at home. That being said, we can't run up and down for 40 minutes and shoot it within 5 seconds on every trip. So I hear what you said. We want to run. We want to push the ball any chance we can to get a drag screen quick early up for a really good shot. Now, if you don't have it, now you be a little selective to get a great shot in a half-court set. And I think that's probably what they were referring to. You don't win if you don't get some easy baskets. And you get easy baskets in a lot of different ways, but you have to score some easy baskets to be successful.
Has one of the challenges for you this year kind of not burning these guys out during practice to make sure that they have enough, considering your bench is short, that they have enough juice for the game kind of thing?
Help me one more time with the...
Not burning the guys out during practice, by running them too much, and because you do have a short bench, and so you can get the most out of them during the game, I guess. I mean, is that a challenge as a coach with a short bench?
I think every coach in America at this point in the season, in mid to late February, practices aren't nearly as long physically. I think that's every coach, whether you have 15 guys you play or whether you have 5 guys that you play. The thing we have to make sure we're managing is because right now we only have 7 scholarship players that have been practicing, and sometimes Tim doesn't practice, that you not wear them out with reps. So we have mixed them in with some of the walk-ons to do some of the reps, and I think we've done a good job of making sure that we're teaching, learning, growing, getting better, and still having our legs and our ability to be at our best on game night. Uh, when anyone says, and I heard some of the Air Force players say and quoted in the paper after Jeff Reynolds was let go, they weren't having any fun. Well, I worked when I was a young assistant coach, younger than you, with a guy named Gene Smithson, and one of his mottos was, the fun in basketball is winning. When you don't win, you don't have fun. The fun is running off that floor knowing you've done everything you could and you've got more points than they do. Doesn't matter how hard you play, how well you play, if they have more points than you do, that ain't no fun. So you make sure you analyze what you're doing now, what's different than what you did before. If there's anything dramatic or drastic, then that's an easy thing to fix. But for most of it, it's not. It's not unlike what I said before. Santa Barbara, USC, Cal, Berkeley, Vegas at home, Boise State. These are 5 games that go down the last possession or two with either team being able to win. We won those. We had a 2-pointer at Vegas, and we had a 2-pointer at Air Force. That didn't go our way. You have to make plays to win games, and that's what we all have to do. We've done that. We've done that enough, but we haven't done it in those losses. So that's what we have to do. We're not reinventing the wheel or reinventing everything we want to do offensively or defensively. We're going to do basically the same thing. Can't turn it over 16 times in a lower possession game. That being said, if you told me you're going to get 16 offensive rebounds to their 3, I'm going to go, we're going to win. So that gave us more shots to make up for some of the turnovers, but we missed some easy shots that you have to be able to make. It's not a hard game to figure out. It's sometimes a hard game to close out and play. But I'd like our kids, and I said that before. We've competed. We've not always competed with good judgment, but we have competed, and that wins games for you.
You talked about the close games, and when you're nationally recognized like you guys are this stadium, the Aztecs were overachieving at the beginning of the season. I mean, your thoughts on that?
Who said that?
I've heard a bunch of people talking about that you guys were overachieving at the beginning of the season, getting those last second games and stuff like this, and now with the 3-game losing streak.
I think our players would be offended if someone said that. That's kind of a cut on them a little bit. I said this yesterday. You're never quite as good when things are going well as somebody might say, and you're never quite as down as somebody might say when you've lost 3 in a row. So that's what we preached. Compete, be ready, be smart, play together, but you have to compete. And that's what we've done, and I know that's what we'll do on Wednesday.